You're keeping the family. You're making the finances. You're making this relationship work. Raise your hand. Come on, someone, because you've all been there. You've all been there. I mean, we believe as long as we're in control of everything, everything's going to be fine. It's faith or control. You don't get both. Faith or control. Oh my gosh, we all struggle with issues of control. Because I think that God has a way of showing us He's actually the one in control, and that all our role is to simply trust Him. Who's the one in control? God. And what's our role? Trust. Who's in control? God. And what's your role? Perfect. So raise your hand right now if you've ever felt like you were the one that was holding, you felt like you're the one holding everything together. You're the one that's holding it all together. Our role is to trust God. I want you to imagine right now God leaning in, whispering into the story of Scripture, saying, remember what I promised? It's going to happen right now. As you read the Old Testament, and I want you to read the Old Testament with me, you've got to put on a new set of goggles, a new set of lenses. The first thing that happens when I read the Old Testament is I'm always looking for Jesus. I'm looking for the thread of Jesus in this story. I'm looking for similarities to Jesus in this story. And right now we're reading the story of Moses. There's no similarities to Jesus, right? The other thing I do, well, maybe there are, but the other thing that I do when I'm reading is I'm trying to read the Old Testament not from my perspective up to God. I'm trying to read it like the story is written. God's perspective down to humanity. The opening acts of the book of Genesis are all about God. In the beginning, He created.